Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name is Ria and I'm currently working on draft 3 of my high fantasy novel series. So I'm sitting in the parking lot of this boba shop that I always go to. I'm gonna be at this shop for the next several hours working on this draft. I reached the 50 or 55% mark, or maybe even 60 at this point, I'm not sure. But we're getting pretty like over half. So I am just trying to make sure that I'm doing everything I want to do in this draft, and there are so many things that I'm not able to do. But yeah, I'm just gonna go in there and I'm literally just gonna sit down and start writing. A quick little recap of what I did yesterday. So I worked on writing for like a couple of hours or maybe an hour, and I got like 700 words in, but they were like 700 original words mostly, and it took longer to write those than it is to usually like take over stuff from draft 2 that's edited. I went home and wrote about another 300. Those are kind of copied over. I left the scene like halfway through, like I was like tired, it was late at night, and I was like, I need to finish this tomorrow. So that's where I'm gonna be I can't talk. That's where I'm gonna be picking up today. So I just parked at Fable Hollow, which is my favorite coffee shop ever. I always feel super productive whenever I'm here, so hopefully I'm gonna get a lot of writing done. Usually, so I go to Fable every Tuesday after work. And so usually Tuesdays are like my highest word count days of the week, unless I come with a friend and then we end up yapping the whole time. But today is just me. We're gonna do our best and we're gonna have fun. didn't end up writing 3,000 words because I was feeling a little burnt out when I was writing, and I got to like 2,500 and I figured that's close enough. As I was writing today, I just felt so tired, and I think it's because I think it's because I've been trying to write too much lately, and it's because I'm going on a trip next month in like 2 weeks actually, that I'm trying to write as much as I can so that I don't have to like make up for it afterward, and I'm still able to hit that deadline where I finish this draft by the end of December. No one's enforcing these deadlines but me. But anyway, 2,500 words. I'm not totally happy with them. Most of them I just didn't really edit, and I think I'm at a point in the draft where I'm juggling so much that it's just like I'm not even juggling it anymore. I'm just like, all right, we're gonna work on this later, we're working on this in the next draft, and I'm just like putting things off, and it's starting to feel like a copy of draft 2. Like there's just so much that needs to happen. I'm like, this draft is gonna be 200,000 words if I try to like put everything in there. I'm running out of word space, so it's kind of stressing me out, and I don't really know how to go about fixing that at all, literally at all. So great. I'm gonna have to really sit down and like maybe make an outline of everything that's been missing or that I've been putting off, just so I like have it in my head, because there are literally scenes that I'm skipping over because I'm like, well, I didn't put the first scene to set this one up, so I can't put this one because it didn't fit with the edits that I've made. So I'm just like all over the place right now. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna finish this draft. I wish I could just figure this out like right now. But right now I'm gonna go pick up some dinner and head home and then just relax, because maybe I just need to read a book. And speaking of reading a book, I bought Six of Crows, which I'm so excited to reread. I don't know when I'll reread it. Maybe I'll take it with me on the plane. But I love that book so much. When I first got into fantasy, like that was one of the books I read earlier on. And I was just like, this is the most unique fantasy book I've ever read. Like a fantasy heist is something I've never really seen done before. So I loved it, and I love the sequel, and I think there's going to be a third book. Cannot wait for the third book. So I was super excited that I got it, and it did help me feel a little bit better about my writing session today. Hi, I forgot that I was vlogging today, and it is like noon. It's 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna give you kind of an update on what I've been working on today. So very exciting. I finished this scene that has been giving me a really hard time for a week now, and it was mostly the dialogue, but I went into the scene knowing what I wanted it to accomplish, but I wasn't sure how to get there. I can't keep moving on until I figure that out. It wasn't like super urgent, but it was just bugging me in my head. So I figured it out today, and the way I did it was I freaked out about it for a week, and then I told myself I can write terribly and delete it. It's fine. And then I focused on just writing the dialogue and not writing the stuff in between, like the monologue and the actions or whatever. And I wrote it in 5 minutes. So the lesson to be learned here is that stressing about something works. No, I'm kidding. I'm just relieved that I got that working, and I got it working in a way that I'm satisfied with. I'm like, okay, this is actually, it's not just okay, it's good. There's another scene that is next in line where I'm struggling to write it, but I figure give it a week, stress about it, move on, and then come back to it later and it'll fix itself. Something I've been doing with this draft is just highlighting things in yellow that I need to come back to and edit. I also, like I said in the last time I talked about this, I need to just make kind of like a list of everything that I still need to do for this draft, and I did. And surprisingly, it really helped. I think I'm a very list-oriented person, because as soon as I made this list, I was like 40% of my stress was just gone. I have about half an hour, and I'm gonna try to get as many words done as I can. is so early right now. I am barely awake, but I just took a shower and I'm literally gonna sit down and start writing right now because my day is so crazy that I don't have time to write any other time of the day. I've got my huge glass of water. I hit almost 2,000 words yesterday. I'm really surprised with because it didn't feel like I was writing 2,000 words. And I also voted yesterday, which is always so fun. I don't know why. They have this big cast vote button and it's like a big red button and you press it when you're done and it's just so satisfying. It's 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm about to sit down and start writing. Also, like I mentioned before, I have been feeling a little bit stressed about writing. I took a day off where I just didn't write anything at all, and I purposely didn't write anything at all. I feel better about it now. Just saying, it works. Not me literally giggling and kicking my feet over a line that I wrote. I'm just sitting here casually freaking out about this scene that I wrote. And I just can't believe that I wrote this. I'm fangirling over my own character. So, writing is going really well. Afternoon. So I just got off of work. It is 4:09 and instead of heading to my usual boba shop that I go to work on my book, I think I'm gonna head to Barnes & Noble and I think I'm just gonna sit and chill in the Starbucks and work on my book, and I think it'll be the perfect backdrop because I'll be surrounded by books. And then tomorrow is the election, so after tomorrow night, I guess Wednesday morning, I'll wake up and we'll know who the new president is gonna be. So that's not anxiety inducing at all whatsoever. But yeah, let's go to Barnes & Noble. It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. It means I'm at Fable. I just got off work, and I think I'm gonna hit 100K today, which I'm very excited about. Every time I hit 100K is like the first time I hit 100K, and it's like a really big deal. I had a very good workout yesterday. Like, I was impressed with myself. Supposedly, being surrounded by books makes you more creative. I kind of just want to take it easy today because it's November. I'm in the holiday season mood or whatever, and I'm just so excited about my upcoming trip that I'm just like, I'm like already on vacation mood. Whatever I get done today is gonna be great, regardless of how much it is. But I do know that I'm gonna hit 100,000 words today, and I'm so excited about that. Good morning. So yesterday I ended up hitting my 100,000 word count, which I'm still very, very stoked about. The election was very stressful. There's just been a lot going on lately. I have a lot on my plate right now, and everything is kind of stressing me out a little bit, and it's just all adding up. But I'm trying to not think about it too much, because I'm going on a trip next week that I'm very, very, very excited about. Hoping that once I'm like on the plane, or at least at the airport, everything will just like kind of go away into the background. Now that I've hit 100,000 words on the book or the manuscript, I'm feeling a lot, like that's another thing that I'm not stressed about as much, because I'm like only 40,000 more words to go, which sounds like a lot, but they're like the last 40,000 words of the book, which I feel like go by a lot faster than the first 40,000 words of the book. I hit the word count while I was at Fable. I've finished books at Fable. I've hit great word counts at Fable. Fable has been like there throughout my entire book writing process. So I am this much into The Burning God. It is a 5.5 star read so far. Like, it is so good. I wish I could just abandon everything and just read. I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm very excited about reaching the end of draft 3 and all of the things that come with it. Hitting the final word count is a big deal, but there are so many things that I still need to do with this draft. Even after I officially write the last word, I have to go back and edit so much of the stuff that I've already written. I'm gonna make a whole vlog about that, so it's not gonna be super confusing. I'm figuring this out as I go, but I'm having a really good time doing it. Thank you so much for watching.